Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a watercolor and art supply haul. If you can see it in front of you. I'm going to slowly move this, like a few things out of the way while I explain, because you're probably thinking, well, why is it just an art and watercolor and not adult coloring? So as you guys know, I'm getting back into my roots, as you will say, of watercolor. And I know not everyone on my channel is here for watercolor. I did put out a post saying, how many of you would like to see watercolor, and quite a few of you actually were interested. I think it was like 80% of my subscribers, at least that answered the poll, were interested. That said, I know some of you aren't here for that. So what I'm going to do is kind of separate the two. I will have my adult coloring haul, which I'll be filming after this, and then I'll have my watercolor and art supply haul. That way, if you really have zero interest in watercolor, that's okay. You don't have to check it out. But if you like both, you get both. So, without further ado, let's get started with like the basic items. So this, these packages are so loud, by the way. This is just a generic pan set from Amazon, and it comes with half pans and quarter pans. So I thought that was pretty cool because I wanted a mixture of both. Quarter pans are pretty tiny, but sometimes there's colors you don't use often enough and you can squish more in. So it comes with these little bags, which I think are meant to hold the palettes. But I'm probably just going to put the spare pans in there and the magnets. So it did come with double-sided magnets, which are awesome because you'll just put them on the back of these bad boys. I actually bought some more as well right here. And then they'll stick to your trays. Oh, that's so loud. Okay. I should have unboxed that first to not subject you to the noise. In fact, I'm gonna pause and unwrap this. All right, plastic is noisy. So this is just a double tin set. This one looked really cute. It just looks like a little bunch of watercolor splashes. Generic, 12 count set. However, you can put a row down here, and I plan to put my quarter pans in there. And then these ones lift out. You actually have extra mixing wells down there if you ever want to use them. I tend to just use those, but yeah, they're basically the same. Ooh, those magnets are strong. Check it out. They do have a little thumb palette, but what I like is, check it out. I don't know if you can see, but see how it's indented? So these actually sit flat, whereas some have this poking out, but the wells underneath actually pop up higher than the thumb holder. So these aren't going to sit here and wobble. So I actually really like that, and I might buy some more. They sell these in various sizes. So you're probably like, well, why are you buying all these empty half pans? No, I'm not making my own watercolors. I looked into it and I was like, yeah, no. I don't have that kind of time or patience. It looks quite therapeutic, but if I did that, I would have time for like literally nothing else. That said, I have been buying, I get like these cute little curated sets. I've been slowly collecting tubes of colors I want from dot cards I have. You guys might remember I have the Daniel Smith dot cards, Winsor & Newton dot cards, and the Schmincke dot cards. And I've been using those to slowly collect tubes. The reason I like tubes is you get more bang for your buck from a tube. This is going to fill a few half pans, whereas if you just bought a pre-filled half pan, well, that's all you get. So I am going to start using the watercolor tubes that I've been collecting to make my own special palettes and have fun with it. And I'll probably do these on camera, but I'm going to make like a super granulation palette, just all of my favorite granulating colors. I'm also going to make just fun palettes using colors like this one I plan to do as my gloomy palette, just using really dark, gloomy, pretty, but still pretty colors. And then I'm going to do like themed sets for spring, fall, and all that, and just make my own palettes. it just seems like it would be fun to do because, like I said, these tubes go a long way, even these little guys. And then that way, it's just, I don't know, adds a little extra creativity. It's just right up my alley. So that's what these are for. Just pop those off to the side. Oh boy. Okay. Now I got this little palette, or box I should say. It's really cute actually, very thin though. And right now it is holding a bunch of just random watercolors that I have received from Etsy. Now most of the sellers have magnets on them, so they're all just chilling in here right now. In fact, let me grab my swatch book right here and I can tell you what some of these are. So, not those. Okay. Yes, so Poems About You, I recently tried out, and their pans are in here right now, I believe. Yeah, Poems About You is in there. So I wanted to, oops, I just noticed those two were sticking together. Put them in here for now, and then I will kind of figure out what I want to do later. They all have, the Poems About You ones are not magnetized though, so they just slide around. Supernova, that set is also in here. Now that's by Mrs. Hand Painted. So I have just kind of put them in here for now. Emily Grace palettes. I had ordered just a bunch of her, like I did a grab bag and open stock. And that's what a bunch of, oh, you can't even see. Oh. I have a bunch of them in here just kind of hanging out because I wanted to see what I want to do with each of these colors pretty much, you know. Now some of these will actually end up going into those tins that I bought as well if they fit the theme. I also have, don't worry, we are getting there. So I tried the watercolors from Mystic Moon. So she had this fall set, and that's actually all these colors right here. I'm going to be putting these in a tin that'll be dedicated to fall colors. So these will actually make it in there. I mean, look at these colors. They're glittery, definitely glittery, but very beautiful. And then I had bought a bunch of like open stock. Oh, this Black Magic color I think is, where did it go? That one might be on a dot card. I have some dot cards of hers. But yeah, this, oh, yep, I put a D there. This Black Magic one is insane. Let me see if I can get you guys to, I don't know if it's going to show. It's like a black with tons of glitter. Oh, it's lovely. And then I think that's all that's in there. It's just kind of a mixture of those ones. I'm just double checking. Yeah. So that's what's in there. It's just like random Etsy ones that I was testing out. Like often if I'm unsure about a brand, I will buy like a grab bag. So that's why some of these look kind of ugly. Grab bags usually tend to include like, you know, the ones that weren't perfectly filled, like these ones. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just they don't look pretty. And I do that to test them out because then it's like, well, you know, I want to see what they're all about. So that's what's in here for now. And that's just kind of keeping them safe until I can find a better home. Okay. Didn't realize I had bought so many of these until I, oh, Poems About You is sitting here, not in there. Silly me. That the little ones were Supernova. But yeah, this is my Poems About You set, hanging out right there. So I had bought a bunch of Rachel Beth, or designs by Rachel Beth. You guys have seen me swatch on my channel with hers, and I absolutely love her watercolors. So I think I swatched a few sets a while ago, and these are new sets in addition to those ones I bought. I'm eventually just going to put these all into like one big palette of like Rachel Beth ones, but she uses clove oil, which a lot of handmade watercolors do, but hers just, you can smell it. I'm seriously constantly whiffing my paints here, for a lack of a better way to say it. But I got the Happily Ever After set. And let me zoom you guys in for these ones. This is a super cute one. It's got a very light shimmer to it, but it is just, it's so cute. And then Winter Garden. I love this one. These pastel wintry colors are just gorgeous. I think I painted a picture with this one too. Sweet as Can Be. I just got this one. This was one of her releases. It's a very light shimmer to these colors, but they are glorious. She's a gem. She actually, this is so cute. She tossed it in for free just because I've been buying so many of her paints and showing them on my channel. She is like the sweetest woman, by the way. So seriously, please check out her store. I will be linking everything in the description below, but she is talented, amazing, and these are just awesome. Like, they're a nice metallic shimmer, but they're really clean with their shimmer. And then I got this one, Northwest Adventures, and she told me this was one of the first sets she ever created. So she does bring her sets back, like her popular ones. And so this one is kind of like near and dear to her heart. And I love the colors. This Chinese kale, she had given me a dot card for back in the day, and I'm loving this Northern Blueberry. This is like a perfect fallish palette, but if you add enough water and, you know, water these down, they're even great for spring. So I'm really excited to have these in my collection, and of course, you know, I'll be painting with them and playing with them. Okay, I guess we'll just keep going with watercolors for now. All right, so let's get to these little guys first. So this is Mrs. Hand Painted. She's also on Etsy. So she has like a few different options. You can get like a sample or quarter pans. That's what these ones are. Or you can get half and full pans. Now, I wanted to try her out and see what I thought before investing in more. I also got her Supernova. Those were in my little tin. So these are the Supernova colors. I really, really like this Midnight and Nebula. Nebula is the sexiest purple I've ever seen. So I'm going to do something with this set. I might even put it in my, like, you know, Galaxy Dreary one, a couple of these colors. This one she just tossed in as, like, you know, a little thank you. It's called Lilac Frost. It was really pretty as well. I believe I swatched them in case you guys want to see the actual swatches. Yeah, so let me zoom you out real quick for that. Okay, so these are her paints. So here's that Lilac Frost sample she sent, and it's really, really pretty. And this is the Supernova set, swatched out on a bigger scale. Now, they're quite opaque. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, look at that. I'm like, hello. The Midnight is actually a blue. So on the little one, it looks black. But when you actually put it there, it's a nice bluish tinge. Nebula has this rich black that turns into purple. It's actually kind of like my hair color right now. So yeah, beautiful colors. And then these quarter pans, Tropic Like It's Hot. I mean, come on. Look at, I'm a sucker for cute names, and it's such a cute name. So I swatched them on a bigger scale, and I did do a watercolor painting with these. They're very pretty, very bright, but they also water down really nice. So I liked them a lot. So I'll probably end up ordering some more from her down the road. But like I said, I'll link to all these Etsy sellers in the description below. You're probably wondering, why would I buy handmade watercolors? You know, they're not light fast tested, or, you know, they don't always share their pigments or whatever. I really enjoy the idea of making art with someone else's art, because this is an art to make handmade watercolors. It is. It's a ton of work, and it's amazing. So I love it, and they're unique. You know, not everyone has that color, because sometimes they don't keep making those same sets, and it's just fun to support another artist. I'm a big, buy local, even though they're not local to me. It's supporting a artist out there, that one day I hope like people would have the same to support me. Okay, enough of my spiel about why I buy on Etsy. All right, Masha's. I just did a swatching video, so you can go back and take a look at that, but I did buy her floral set with these 12 gorgeous handmade granulating watercolors. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Worth every penny, that's for sure. I did get a lot of comments on this, so you don't have to buy the box. You actually can buy her pans for $9 a piece, and that's pretty competitive in the handmade watercolor industry, especially when you consider these are granulating, and she gives you the pigments she uses. So the box, when I had done my swatch video, a lot of people commented on the price. The box was a big chunk of that price. This is a handmade box for this set. You do not have to actually buy the box, but this I can pop in my purse. It's not going to come loose in my purse with these insane magnets. And I can, go paint on the go. So this is really cute. Okay, more watercolors. So I did... Whee! All right, look, it's Jackson's fault. Jackson's Art had a sale on Schmincke. I shared it in my, well, not just Schmincke, all watercolor. I shared it in my community tab. And so I went and bought I finally got my hands on the Haze set for $38. Like normally these are $50. And so this is a limited edition one. You can't even get it in their dot cards. So I was really happy to grab it, and I'll be swatching. Now that I've gotten them all, I'm going to swatch all those other Schminckes in the tube that I got. But again, that's why I bought those half pans, because I may put some of the, Schmincke colors from all this that I got here into a pan, but not the same pan. I might mix and match, creating palettes for different projects. Am I in a moody mood? Am I feeling down? I might go grab my, feeling angst palette, So I'm going to spread them around. And then I also grabbed I did not buy full sets of the rest of the Schmincke super granulating sets. And the reason for that is I had actually, just before the sale, like perfect timing, I got this on Amazon. This is the dot card for the super granulating watercolors. So this has all the sets except Haze. Like I said, Haze is limited edition. It's not on here. So what I did was I swatched all these. That way I could just pick what colors do I actually want. Because like I knew the desert and tundra sets, not everything in those sets were going to be for me. Same with the volcano. Some sets I knew from the get-go. I knew forest and shire I was going to be all over. But, I just wanted to pick and choose rather than pay for the whole set. So I had swatched these, and then I swear, not even like a couple days later, Jackson's was like, we're on sale. So it was nice. I had that reference. So I grabbed, these are the 15 ml tubes, by the way, that they had on sale for a killer deal. I mean, it was insane. Let me zoom back in. Okay. So I got the Volcano Violet, Glacier Blue. Oh my gosh, this color is so pretty. Let's just do the Schminckes for now. You saw that I got the Haze. I got the Tundra Blue. And these are half pans right here. Forest Blue, Tundra Violet, Glacier Green, Glacier Turquoise, Tundra Pink, Forest Green, and Forest Blue. Now that's just from the Schmincke Super Granulating. You're probably wondering why I didn't get the big old 15 ml tubes. Well, that's because a lot of them were sold out. I was so bummed. Or they were on back order. So I'll probably go back later or try to catch the sale sooner. Okay, and then I got some Winsor and Newton tubes. Now I have the dot cards for Winsor and Newton. So I went and quickly looked at my dot cards and picked out some colors I really wanted. So I grabbed the Winsor Green, Permanent Mauve, and Cobalt Green Deep. Now these are 5 ml tubes. I know they're so tiny, but you can actually fill quite a few half pans with those. Okay. Then, I forget what channel it was, but the Azzaro brand, I had seen someone playing with it, and I really wanted to try them. These are made in Belgium. And so I just decided these were on sale too. So I was like, well, why not try? So I got the Azzaro Purple Deep and Prussian Blue. They looked really pretty. These are 7 ml. They do give you pigment info. They even tell you the series. So one's a series 2, one is series 4. But I just thought I would try these out. And the swatches online, it's hard to tell, but this purple looked like crazy cool. So I want to play with it. But again, that will fill some tubes or some pans. And then also as part of their sale were the Roman Schmal. I hope I said that right. But I've always wanted to try this brand. So I initially started just with 3 full pans. They only come in full pans, no tubes, no half pans. It's incredibly annoying for someone who wants to just dip their toes in the water. But so I ended up getting, where's the name of this? Mineral Violet, because it looked like a gorgeous, gorgeous color, Ocean Blue, and Cobalt Teal. And then I can't remember how much these were. I swear they were like only like $3 or $4. Something insanely cheap for a full pan. And this is a good quality paint, by the way. This is not like something to scoff at. So then I decided, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should get a few more Roman Schmals just in case. So I went back and I placed a second order. Let me zoom out. Now these just came in. I was waiting. What's funny is my first shipment arrived later than my second shipment because I did the free shipping on one just to see how long it took, which really was about 10 days, but that's 10 days too long for me. And then this one, I tried their FedEx, not DHL option, and came faster, obviously. So I went back and I got the Aquarius botanical set for Roman Schmals. Now, none of these colors in this set are the half or full pans I got. But what's cool about this is you get 12, but the tin itself can hold 24. So all these open stock, and as I buy more, I can add in here. So I am going to swatch these. I will be swatching these on camera. I'm terribly sorry if you're sick of watching me swatch watercolors, but I feel it's kind of important with these more expensive brands to swatch them and talk about them. You don't have to watch it, but it's there if you do. Just like the Schmincke, I want to swatch with you guys. And anything else you see here, if you want me to swatch, let me know. Okay. Then I grabbed a set of Dollar Rowney. These were on clearance from Jackson's as well. By the way, Jackson's is in the UK, but for reals, if you want watercolor paints, please just shop at Jackson's. I'll leave links below, but it is just worth it in every single way because they're cheaper. Their shipping is ridiculously fast. They ship faster to me than Blick, okay? So just want to put that out there. So yeah, these were on clearance, and so I just decided to try them. These are more of like a student grade type paint, but still, I actually was really impressed. And I even did some work in my sketchbook with these, so they're not too bad. Most of them are hues, though. That was one thing I noticed. Okay, last set of watercolors, I swear. And I'm really excited for this. This is the White Nights pastel set. Yes, that is a thing. My dear friend Deb, who knows I love pastels, pointed me in the direction of these, and I haven't swatched them yet because I was debating if I should do it on camera with you guys. But this is White Nights. If you're not familiar with them, they are a pretty popular watercolor brand, but look at those beautiful things. These are full pans, by the way, not half pans. They're huge in there. You can stick your little brush there if you want. Oh, and they give you a really nice swatch card. But yeah, so I'm really excited. So we have a peach, coral, magnolia, pink peony. Oh, so loads of pinks. Lilac, lavender, you know, you get the gist. Now, they do give you the pigment info, and yes, almost all of them, I think, have white. I swear there was one that didn't. Celestial Blue didn't have the white, but the rest do. I mean, but to be honest, to make a pastel color, it's kind of hard to do without PW6. So I'm really interested in swatching these, though, because sometimes a pastel color can be really chalky. Other times they're really smooth. I have a pastel set from Prima that is not chalky whatsoever. So just because it has PW6 doesn't mean it's going to be chalky. It will be opaque, but it won't be chalky. So I'm really excited to swatch this. I will probably do that on camera as well. Again, just for, you know, showing you guys. Okay, I do have some happy mail. This was so sweet. Okay, so my lovely friend Erica over at Elm Colors knew I was kind of going through a rough patch and just kind of in a slump, and so I did not even expect this. I just opened my package and this was in there, and she left a very sweet note. Erica is such a sweet person. I will link her channel below. But yeah, I was just so touched by this because she knew I was really getting back into watercolors. So she sent me the Silver Black Velvet Dagger brush. You don't have, I'm so excited. Dagger brushes, just, oh my gosh, they make leaves so much easier. So I can't wait to play with this, and I've been waiting to do this haul so I could like play with it. And then she sent me this Primrosia, there we go, words are hard. It is a dot grid notebook on watercolor paper. So it's 160 GSM, but if you feel it, first of all, look at this. Can we talk about the beauty of this thing? It's awesome. I mean, it's gorgeous. The butterflies are so me. It's even got a little pen holder if you want. Of course, I'm going to watercolor it. Oh, I got her note in there, so I'll leave that there. But this is 160 GSM, but it's actually nice paper, and I'm totally going to be able to watercolor on it. And look, it's a dot journal. Loads of pages in here, too. 160 pages. I've actually thought of switching my swatches to here because this paper feels a lot better than the paper in the swatch book I'm using right now, which is a Fabriano. It's 300 GSM, but it's not 100% cotton, so I get a lot of pooling and no fun. Whereas this feels like it's gonna soak in nicely. So I actually might use this as my swatch book because it is just so pretty, and I've got loads of pages. You can easily double side on it. I can just feel that it would be just fine. And it also has the bookmarks, 2 of them, 2 ribbon bookmarks. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move all my swatches, especially because I got those watercolor stamps from Arit's shop. So it'll make it even easier to transfer them over, and then I can kind of put them in alphabetical order. But yes, a special thank you to Erica for sending this to me. I know half the time I call Erica Emma and Emma Erica, so they're known as the Elmas of my life. But no, Erica, it was so sweet to just surprise me with this, and I can't wait to play around with it. It is so pretty, really pretty book. Okay, let's do watercolor brushes. So I bought a number 8 Princeton Neptune round. I did not have the number 8, and I'm really liking these Neptune series. I've kind of noticed it depends on what I'm painting and the media itself to determine which brush to go with, but yeah, I'm enjoying that one, or enjoying that series. I haven't used that brush. And then in one of my art boxes, I got a Robert Simmons filbert. I need some more filberts for my watercolor. Unfortunately, everything else in that subscription box I didn't like. I'll explain that in a different video, but I am keeping this brush because I wanted the 3/8 filbert. So, okay, next is actually a very cheap, very affordable brush, and I've been watching Emma Lefebvre on here on YouTube. I will try to remember to link to all the people I talk about, but she uses the Princeton snap brushes. And I was kind of intrigued by that because they're not like these synthetic hair wannabes. They're very affordable, and she uses them all the time because of how they perform. I mean, they really do have a good snap. These are all new, so I can't show you the snap, but basically what the snap means is if you were to, flip the brush like this, does it snap back and hold its point and position very well? Some do, some don't. So I was intrigued by that, and so I bought the number 10 and number 12 because she uses those a lot on her channel and her tutorials. And so I just wanted to give them a go, and I think like this one was like $7, if that. I mean, they were really cheap compared to like the Neptunes and silver black velvets I've been buying. So, I mean, yeah, ultra cheap. And then I grabbed this 4-pack of the Princeton Aqua Elite. You're probably thinking, like, why are you buying all of these brushes? Well, like I said, depending on the paper, your mood, what have you. And all of these brushes hold a different amount of water. I think even Lindsay the Frugal Crafter kind of did a demo showing you how different the water and pigment saturation is on every brush. Like I know the Neptune and Heritage hold way different amounts of water. So that's something to keep in mind. But a lot of these also are sizes I don't have. And you got to remember, sizes between manufacturers are not always the same. So from the Aqua Elite, this is by Princeton. Oops, where are you going? This is a size 8. For one, the barrel is a little chunkier there, but see the difference? They're both size 8, but look, the Princeton Aqua Elite has a longer tip than the Neptune. So, I mean, there are differences, and even within the same manufacturer and different ones. So size 8 only means so much. So if you're watching a tutorial and someone says I'm using a size 8, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. But this 4-pack set was cheaper than buying them individually. So I got a 1/2-inch angle shader, and I'm quite interested in using this because this is actually really fun for leaves and stuff too, petals as well. A 3/4 inch wash brush. I needed another one. I do have a silver black velvet one, but that one gets very juicy. I'm curious to see how juicy this one is. But also this has the little scraper at the end. So I was kind of excited about that. And then, like I said, I've got the number 8 round and then a number 2 round. So I'm excited to just try these out, play with them, see what they do. So yeah, let's get that. Okay, now on to the remaining items. I got myself some books. First thing I started with was How to Make Art for Joy's Sake. This is the Free Spirited Watercolor, I don't want to call it a workbook, it's more like an instruction manual. This is from Christy Rice. And it's spiral bound on the inside. It's actually pretty cool, but hardcover. And you just kind of go over tons of exercises. She teaches you how to do things, how to like embrace her free-spirited style. tons of watercolor exercises, ombre effects. I mean, this thing is jam-packed. I mean, how many pages is this thing? She does actually use watercolor brushes, brush markers in here too, by the way. But yeah, let's see. We are, I mean, it is loads and loads of content. Let's see where we go at the end. So 186 pages, but just tons to work with in here. So I was really excited to get that. And you know, I started out in watercolor years ago, but the problem is watercolor isn't like riding a bike. Plus they have so many new paints and brushes, and I got rid of pretty much everything. And by starting out with watercolor, I'm talking like 10 or 12 years ago. So it's been a while and I'm trying to remember things. So yeah. And then I got the Art for Joy's Sake journal. Now I have a flip through on my channel, so I'm not going to go into this, but it's kind of like an interactive journal that you can use with the watercolor book or on its own. Totally your choice. Okay, speaking of palettes. So, like I said, I'm creating some palettes. Now, I don't want everything in half pans in those little metal and aluminum, I should say, little thingies, because sometimes that's just a pain in the buns and you want to just squirt a little bit of your tube into a palette and call it a day. So, I got these two palettes here. So, this one is, I'm not even going to count the well count, but it has the usual little thumb lift. And this is nice, like if you want a little go-to palette, and it has mixing wells in each one. So I really dig these ones, by the way. They seem, I don't know, they seem to make more sense. And I did get them from Jackson's during the sale because palettes were on sale as well. This one is bigger. Bigger wells, bigger mixing, but again, you can just take a tube, you know, put a little bit in there. You don't have to fill it up all the way. And that's what's nice, because say you end up like not liking a color you've added to the palette, you can pull it out. And one of these is actually going to be used for my all super granulation palette, but that's not just going to be Schmincke. I will be including Daniel Smith and other brands of granulating colors that I like. So it's not just going to be Schmincke. Okay, this is the Magello Bulletproof Glass Palette for watercolor. First of all, it is flippin' huge. I mean, look, here's my hands, here's the palette. I mean, it's a monster. All right, so when you read bulletproof glass, you think glass, right? I mean, that's reasonable. It's not, it's plastic. So here is this monstrous beast. It's actually, I really, really like it though. I just feel that the word glass is a little misleading, but look, can I even fit it all in frame without having to zoom out more? Barely. All right, so this I believe was 48 count wells. It was something stupid. But yeah, so you've got all your wells here. They're actually really well, your wells are really well. You got enough space in there, so that's good. I can still fit, like say I have this number 12, I can still get that number 12 all up in there. This thing is huge, okay? But look at this mixing space. So you don't have the lines, which I know sometimes people prefer like the well divisions. I actually like the fact that it's all open, because then say I'm mixing some greens over here, I'm playing with my blues over here, I can just pick up and grab or just start mingling them. So I really like that. Now on this side of the palette, yes, it is double-sided, you've got the rest of your color wells, and then these mixing wells are separated. So if you want to keep things separate, you have this side, but then you just have this monster open one here. I don't know about the beading. You know, basically, I guess what they meant by bulletproof glass is, you know, that really thick plastic that used to be like at bank tellers, if anyone's old enough to remember those days. I think that's what they meant, like that thick stuff. Like I'm not gonna, you know, assume that this is actually bulletproof, but The company does claim that this is a very sturdy, will last you forever. Supposedly you can drop it and it will survive. I don't know so much about that. It feels awfully, it's very lightweight. I mean, it clasps together nice, like it locks in place. It's not gonna pop open. But this is definitely a palette I'm gonna save for just at home. I think I'm gonna fill it with like, I like florals. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you ask me to paint an animal, it's not gonna happen. I enjoy painting florals. So I think I'll probably fill this one with my favorite colors for florals. So it won't be just like granulating ones, you know, I'll just be going through my tubes and picking colors I really, really like, including convenience colors. This smaller palette is definitely one for the mixer. So when I want to mix, which I find very therapeutic, I'm gonna, you know, fill this with ones for mixing. But this is gonna be one where I totally embrace my convenience colors as well. And by the way, there is nothing wrong with convenience colors. Yes, it's a kind of a waste of money because you can mix it yourself, but I'm all about time. And if I don't feel like mixing that same peach to match that peach that I used in a picture 4 months ago, I'm just gonna buy a peach that's close enough and put it in my palette. That's how I work. So yeah, this will be definitely chock full of like all those convenience items, and it'll just be like my big go-to, like just have fun with. And then again, I can, you know, if there's a color you don't like in any of these, the nice thing is you can just get it out of there. But usually if I'm unsure or questionable on a color, I'm just gonna put a little dollop from the tube in there and kind of see how it goes, because a little dot of color goes like a bajillion ways. All right. Oh, there we go. Had to close it. Okay. One more thing, and then the watercolor haul is done. Okay. We have the stamp set. Now these are the Watercolor Workbook and Sketchbook Essentials stamp sets. These are from Arit. She is on YouTube, but also has her own art supply store. You can get her stamps. She even has her own palette on there too, by the way. So I had purchased both of these to use in my swatch book, and I have used quite a few already. So yeah, what I really liked about these is they're created by an artist for an artist. Like I have other watercolor stamp sets, but they're just kind of, well, plain, no fun. I love the watercolor tubies. I have used them. I'm actually using this one right now to swatch a bunch of watercolor brush markers. I'm using this one, you just double it over and creating a color wheel. Loads of fun you can do. You can even make your own swatch cards using this stamp. You can do your own little mini palette. I mean, there are so many things you can do here, just playing around. And then of course you can just stamp randomly with these and color them in as well. So this is the Watercolor Workbook stamp set right here. They are well made. I've actually used swatches and a few already from here actually, and you can see that one. I was naughty and got ink in the middle. And then here's the Sketchbook Essentials, and I have been using this one. In fact, I will show you guys kind of what they look like in action. So I used them when I swatched Masha's. I did her watercolor tube. And then same thing here. I just used the square for this one, and then I did the rolled up tube for this square over here. And I even have, yeah, this is the one I'm working on right now with the Color It watercolor brush markers. It just makes it more fun. They really add like it's like you're painting in something rather than just swatching another square. So she does have a prismatic set. It was sold out. However, it is up on her website. Don't know for how long. I will leave a link to all these in the description below. But for those of you who made it to the end of my haul video of her prismatic set, I actually ordered 4 total. 1 for me, and 3 will be given away on my channel. And Arit has been kind enough to offer a free entry to 1 winner to her watercolor workshop. So that is a class you would have to buy from her shop, but one of my winners will actually get a free entry into the class. So keep an eye out for that giveaway. I'm going to be posting a 7K giveaway announcement at the beginning of April, because instead of doing just one 7K giveaway video or thing, I'm gonna actually spread it out all month. And kind of have the giveaways throughout the month. It breaks it up, it's easier on me, and just makes it fun because you never know when they're going to pop up. So keep an eye out on my videos in April, because I will have the 3 prismatic sets from Arit, including her free class, and then I actually will be giving away handmade watercolors from Rachel Beth as well. So we've got lots of fun stuff to give away in April for the 7K giveaway, so I hope you guys hang out with me in April and check all that out. But thank you for watching my art and watercolor supply haul. If there are paints you really want to see me swatch on camera, whether it be the Schmincke, the Azzaro, or the Roman Szmals, let me know, or this White Nights pastel set. I'm probably going to do them all on camera, but it's always nice to hear if you guys really want to see that. So please feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions on anything here, I'm more than happy to answer. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye now.